Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will learn conditions. Conditions are if conditions. So how do if and else conditions work? Let's see an example. For example, if you are hungry, you will eat food. Else, you will not eat food. So we describe that if we are hungry, we will eat food. Else, we will not eat food. So basically in Python, it is also the same. So let's see an example. For example, let's make some variables like x. We can give the value 1, y 2. So now we want to know that if y is greater than x or x is greater than y. So let's see it. So if y greater than sign x, so in this line we define if y is greater than x, then what should happen. So if that's the case, we should print that y is greater than x. But what if it's not the case? Because there are two possibilities. Y can be greater or x can be greater. So else print x is greater than y. So what happened here is that we named two variables x and y. X value is 1 and y value is 2, and then we want to know if y is greater or x is greater. So if y is greater than x, so we want to print y is greater than x. But else, if the computer thinks that x is greater than y, then it will print x is greater than y. So let's run it. So obviously y is greater than x because 2 is always greater than 1. So it is printed here y is greater than x. So this is how we can work on conditions. So we can see more examples. For example, let's name some more variables like x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 3. So we can say if y is greater than, if z is greater than y and z is greater than x. So here we used and sign. And sign is used when we want to check if all the statements are true. Like if z is, like if this is also true and this is also true. So if both are true, then we want to print that z is the greatest. So now we can see that there are many possibilities instead of just two. Like in the previous example, we saw that either x can be greater than y or y can be greater than x. But here we have many possibilities. So what we will do here, we use elif statement. Elif. So elif statement is used when there are more than one possibilities. Elif y is greater than z and y is greater than x. So in this line we defined that if y is greater than z and y is greater than x, if y is greater than z and y is greater than x, so what should happen? We should write that y is the greatest. But there's one more possibility that x is also left, so x can also be the greatest, so we use else statement here because it's the ending. Else both these if both these functions are false, so what would happen? We should print that x is the greatest because x is only left. X is the greatest. So let's run it. So we see that z is the greatest, obviously, because z's value is 3 and 3 is the greatest among 2 and 1. So we see where from this we can conclude that if and else statement work in this format. So we can see one more example. For example, now we can take an example of input form. So we can take user's input like input number. So input function will prompt the user for the input of number, and then we want to see if, let me give a variable, let me put the input function in a variable called, for example, num, which is short form for number. If num is greater than 0, so if the number's value, if the user's input is greater than 0, so what should happen? We should print, we will print that the number is positive. Obviously, because any number which would be greater than 0 would be positive. So, and elif, sorry, elif, if the number is smaller than 0, then we will print that the number is negative. And there's only one more possibility left, so we will put it inside else statement. Else we will print the number is 0, because if the number is not positive or not negative, so the number would be only 0. So let's run it. So we are asked for input, which is number. Let's try 3. Okay, so it is showing an error because it is showing that it is a type error, and this greater than sign is not used to compare or between string and integer. So that's because whenever we type in input function always takes the user input as a string only. It does not cares about the input is of integer or float. It just converts the input in string. So if we want the input to be number, so we can write int before it and put the input function in brackets. So like this. If you want to put it's okay. If you can put float also, but I am putting integer here. So let's run it again. So it is asking us for a number. I write 3. The number is positive because it checked here. If the number is greater than 0, then the number is positive would be written. So let's again run it. Number can be, for example, I write 0 only. The number is 0. So because if the number isn't greater than 0 or less than 0, so the possibility would be the number is 0. Let's run it again, and then I type in a number, for example, -2. The number is negative. So this is how conditions work. And this was much for today. And if you liked my video, please give a like, and for more videos please subscribe to my channel. Happy coding. Bye.